Do schools kill creativity? This was the topic of a wonderful TED talk I watched recently, and it was given by Sir Ken Robinson in 2006. Idea of this TED talk was precisely that in terms of schooling, children are just like given a routine kind of stuff, and there is a lot of reformations required. So today I have someone very special who is in the field of education reformation. His name is Mr. Sampath Daniel, and he has an experience of like 35 years in the field of marketing. PG, he's MBA in marketing. So he spent many years in the companies like Daikin and some other reputed companies. Since last 12 years, he is into entrepreneurship world. And when he was going through schools for his business of air conditioning, etc., a new idea developed in his mind that he was interacting with principals and students and etc. So he thought that there is something which needs to be developed in the school. So he was thinking about things like how to make the reformations done. And fortunately, the National Education Policy 2020 is out there. So he has been doing a lot of research in India, worldwide, how the education policy should be, how the system should be. And he has come out with a wonderful book called Reformation in Schooling. Welcome, Mr. Sampath Daniel. How are you doing?
Thank you so much, Som, for inviting me, and I'm so happy to be with you.
Pleasure, pleasure. So now I will quickly show Sampath's book here so that everybody can get an idea of what we are talking about. Let me show on the screen what his book is all about. Let me go there, and here you go. His book is Reformation in Schooling, Fix Education to Eradicate Poverty, Build the Economy and Become a Superpower. Right? So congratulations, Sampath, for publishing this book. And I believe
Thank you.
that this book has done something good for you, right?
Thank you. Yes.
Yes. Now his daughter is in Australia. She is MTech in primary education. She's also in the education field. So Sampath had done a lot of research, and now what is important about this session is that Sampath will be telling you that how he used the book as a marketing tool to set up his expertise and interact with the government institutions, and he's getting good recognition because of the book. And he joined my community couple of months ago, and before that he's a first time writer, and he wasn't aware about any publishing, marketing, etc. So he learned all this stuff in my community. So we'll talk about all that stuff if you are willing to write the book. But first of all, let's go to Sampath and understand his life journey. So welcome, Sampath. My first question to you is, please tell us about your life journey briefly so that we readers should know, connect with you about your background. I just quickly touched about a little bit your background. What's your background in terms of an experience, and how this culminated to writing a book? And then I'll take the next question. Please, over to you.
Thank you. Actually, I'm from a marketing background, and I've been working for many companies, big companies and multinational companies like Blue Star, and for many years, and many places. I've been with Daikin when it came to India. I launched it in India,
Mm-hmm.
and when I was into also production, I was with TVS in Goa, and
Wow.
I was looking after the entire production of the production, marketing, and entire gambit of factory management,
Wow.
including marketing. So I'm practically a marketing guy,
Yes.
hardcore marketing guy. You ask
Wonderful.
me to sell something, I'll do that very fast, and that's the pleasure I used to get. After
Absolutely.
that, then I started my own company, which is called RF Engineers and Consultants,
Mm-hmm.
and I have another firm called RF Green Techno Solutions Private Limited.
Hmm.
Oh, here I do the same marketing of products of Blue Star and Daikin and other companies, and
Mm-hmm.
we do sort of consultancy also. And
Wonderful.
while I'm doing this work, and mostly my customers are the schools and colleges. Even today, I have got a lot of schools and colleges, and when I see them, then I realize that I must do something for the schools. And added to that, the boost was for me to get into really uh, reforming schools, or helping the schools to get a proper quality education for children.
Right.
It was my daughter who had
Ah.
had the passion of studying, though she was environmental. She did her environmental science MSc, but she refused to work on environmental. She went to
Hmm.
Australia. She did her education course, and then she's teaching the primary. So that
Wow.
is where she has a passion, deep passion to teach small children. That's how
Understood.
I thought that I must also do something. And
Hmm.
this is where if you can educate a child in the house, the
Hmm.
entire family get uplifted.
Right. Education is something which gives the power because, yeah, I mean, many prominent people have said that education is power. So now, let me quickly ask you, uh, like when you started this book, writing this book, Reformation in Schooling. So, what all stuff you have researched and what kind of research process was, what kind of learning, interaction, experience? So, just elaborate upon that, and I will talk about some more questions about your book.
Yeah. So when I joined, I was very lucky, to get hooked to your organization,
Mm-hmm.
and then I was very fortunate. I wanted to write a book,
Mm-hmm.
but I did not do any research on with whom do I get associated or who should help me or who mentor me to write a
Right.
book.
Right.
Nor I have any background of writing books.
Ah.
Then when I got you on the Facebook and then I joined your group,
Yeah.
I was really excited. And
Hmm.
then your target of saying that in 45 30 days you write a book,
Yeah.
then I took it up very seriously, because I mean I didn't know the other side of the people who are writing books for years together.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
this
Hmm.
has helped me, but I didn't know anything. So
Hmm.
it was just for me to do, go about it and write it. So I had no hard feelings, thinking that writing is difficult, writing cannot be done,
Hmm.
publishing, how do you do? So
Hmm.
these questions were not there in my mind at all. My
Right.
objective was to write a book on reformations and then publish it as soon as possible, and then get into the governments. I'm now in touch with all the governments
Hmm.
in India and abroad,
Okay.
and asking them to give us the opportunity to reform schools education in the country.
Wonderful. So, listeners, watchers, look at this. Everybody has a different purpose of writing the book. When I started writing the book, my objective was to get fulfillment from writing. I write about personal development, self-help, and my idea was to seek freedom with the power of book writing. So I was for last 3 years writing books, getting fulfillment, and living in solitude. All that stuff was happening. But some everybody has a different purpose of writing the book, and one of the most important purpose of writing the book is to boost your brand, and that's what Sampath has done wonderfully. And now, let me ask you if you have some desire. There is a one more connotation about book publishing cannot be done in 30 days. And because all the traditional publishing world is announcing that it takes a long time to write the book, because there are two different worlds, traditional publishing and indie publishing. And Sampath, you and I are into indie publishing. So now let's switch the gears and quickly talk about something about the book, because Reformation in Schooling is a wonderful. I have two daughters, 14 years and 7 years. So I'm very concerned about, because schooling is something I feel like somehow children's get restrictive. So what I now shift the gear, and I want to talk about your book. Maybe you can show your book if you have, and then let's talk about that. What is the most important? Yes, Reformation in Schooling, wonderful book, wonderful cover, I like it very much. And yes, and let's talk about this book. Let me ask you quickly, and for the benefit of audience, let me quickly show the index which is in my Kindle device. This is the this is the portions contained in the book, like part 2, part 3, education system, and reformation of schooling in India. So primarily, like on what topic you want to talk about, Sampath, so that readers, listeners here could get benefited by your experience of doing all the research in reformation in schooling and all that stuff. Over to you.
The more the more important thing that I want to talk about is that the government has, after 34 years,
Hmm.
have embarked on new reforms for school education,
Hmm.
which is a fantastic job that they have done.
Right.
And it's only the question of how they can implement it.
Hmm.
Implementation is the biggest task.
Right.
So to implement and to facilitate this new education policy
Right.
2020 by
Mm-hmm.
22,
Hmm.
is that I'm trying to propose,
Hmm.
because there's a big divide between the city schools and the rural schools.
Right.
The education or the facilities that are available in rural schools are very minuscule
Hmm.
compared to the facilities that you have in public schools, private public schools in cities.
Right.
So how do you build this gap?
Hmm.
And then two is to change the entire structure of education that I'm trying to tell the government.
Oh.
Is that you have only teaching classes,
Hmm.
teaching schools
Hmm.
separately, instead of having the entire setup of labs, academy school, for sports,
Hmm.
or for any other library. Instead
Hmm.
of investing in so much of those things,
Hmm.
you have separate schools. Give it to private companies or private groups
Hmm.
to set up schools, specialized schools, which we call it core schooling.
Core schooling. Okay.
So core schools are like you have got for sports, which will have all kind of sports facilities with instructors who are professionals.
Hmm.
Similarly, if you are going to a science school
Hmm.
for teaching the same class, which is
Right.
going for science teaching, they
Hmm.
go to that school, science school,
Hmm.
and then they'll go do experiments, and where it has got a botanical garden. Let's say for a lab, it's
Hmm.
got a botanical garden, it's got a small zoo, it's got so they experience all these things in one place.
Hmm.
And that place is operated as a profit center
Hmm.
by the the owners that you are operating that. So
Okay.
my objective is that now don't spend on schools
Hmm.
with all the infrastructure,
Okay.
but instead share it,
Hmm.
so that every school, whether
Hmm.
it is a corporation school or a private school or a private public school, expensive school, they all share the same facilities.
Wow.
So the quality of education will improve, and the facilities and the opportunity that you're giving for the poor children,
Right.
especially in villages or in small towns. You
Hmm.
don't
Next.
have football stadiums or football grounds or hockey grounds in that
Absolutely.
school. So
Hmm.
this, and the child is deprived of all these facilities. So
Right. Right. Right.
how do you pick up the talent of the
Right.
child?
Absolutely. Yes.
How
I
you
totally.
nurture him?
It totally makes sense. Like it's a proper utilization of, of resources. I just maybe this is not exactly related, but for example, if banks like you early banks used to have different ATMs of theirs, and then it started that anybody can withdraw money from any ATM.
Absolutely.
Same way, it's like a proper utilization of resources. So great explanation. Now let me ask you, how did writing a book, publishing a book, and taking a book along while meeting with these people have because this interview series is called author transformation series, author breakthrough series. What kind of breakthrough you had in the personal life, professional life by writing and publishing the book? So talk about something like this.
As I told you that I've never written a book,
Hmm?
but I used to read a lot of books
Right.
because we were in brought up in that kind of a society. From the time we were small children, from comics to Enid Blyton to Perry Mason, and
Ah,
all, that's a stage that everybody goes through, and learning. I mean, reading books and things like
right.
that. So
Right.
even today I read a lot of books, management books.
Right.
Then the writing when never came to my thought. But
Yeah.
this writing was, the objective was only to promote my own business.
Hmm.
It's not to really become a big author to make money on eh, books.
Right.
But then the opportunity that I got suddenly,
Hmm.
luckily,
Hmm.
from the joining your your
Author Freedom Hub.
Author Freedom Hub Coaching Center,
Hmm.
is that it's a beautiful place
Hmm.
where you can learn independently.
Hmm.
I was not aware of anything of publishing or marketing or launching a book,
Hmm.
even practically writing and formatting a book.
Ah.
But today, I can tell you that within 45 days
Hmm.
of joining,
Hmm.
I've learned how to format a book, write a
Hmm.
book,
Hmm.
format a book, edit
Hmm.
a book,
Hmm.
launch a book,
Hmm.
market a book.
Wow.
So the entire gambit I've
Right.
learned, and it's a fantastic opportunity for people who want to become really authors.
Hmm.
And I'll be writing about 4 or 5 books in this.
Wonderful.
But then the people who want to become full-time authors writing, this is a fantastic opportunity. I feel
Right.
that this is. And second most important thing for me, I've realized, is that there are 3 things that has happened to me here.
Yeah.
That DRP, I call it. I keep
DRP.
yeah.
Acronyms. Wow. Let's
I
let's
keep
go for
telling
it.
my friends,
Bring it on.
yeah, it is disciplined me.
Discipline. Okay. Very good.
In marketing, guys are most undisciplined fellows, I can tell.
Absolutely yes. Absolutely
So
yes.
it is disciplined me in the sense,
Hmm.
uh, you know, uh, morning I get up at 5:30,
Mm-hmm.
go for a jog,
Mm-hmm.
then come back at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Then from 7 to 9:30, I start writing book
Okay.
because I'm fresh in mind.
Hmm.
So this has set of discipline in me.
Right.
And in the nights after 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, because during the day you're filled up with, your mind is filled up with all sorts of things.
Hmm.
So research is a beautiful place to do that.
Yes.
Evenings is a research time for me, because I get distracted with various things during the day that has happened. Then suddenly I realize I have to do something this, then something that. So, but in the mornings I'm clear and free of all these thoughts.
Right.
So writing is a free flow.
Yes. In the evening, you consume the nutritious content, and in the morning, you produce the nutritious content of your own fusion of ideas. Wonderful.
And the third thing is that DRP, I said, the third thing is the patience.
Hmm.
It has taught me to have patience.
Right.
Like sales guys, we don't have patience. We want results. We want, to sell now.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
this has taught me, how to have patience.
Hmm.
Patience will give you, a long run, a lot of creativity, I can tell you, a lot of, stability in whatever you want to do.
Wonderful. So that was listeners DRP, wonderful formula. Thank you so much, Sampath, for coming out with this formula. DRP: discipline, research, and patience. In every field of writing definitely gives the discipline, because if you're not disciplined, if you're not a daily writer, you're not a writer. If you're not a daily writer, you're not a writer. I have been there, done that. There are days when you're feeling very low, you don't want to write, and those are the moments when you have to win over your mind, and you have to understand, as Michael Phelps call, win formula, WIN, what's important now. So you have to go through that. So thank you so much, Sampath, for sharing this DRP principle in the personal breakthrough. And as you started writing this book with the objective of using this as a marketing tool to boost your brand as an authority, so share something about on that front as to, did this book help you somehow in terms of when you're reaching people? Did people look at you something, someone different? What exactly is your take on that?
Yeah, this is, a very noble profession, I could say, of
Yes.
writing books.
Yes.
People recognize you, people give you a lot of respect,
Mm-hmm.
and people treat you as an authority. That
Yes.
was one of the reasons why I wanted to write a book, write few books in education, because I don't belong to education field.
Hmm.
So once you write a book, it means that you are an authority on something, that you're writing a book.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives you, power. It gives you a lot of respect in the market, and
Right.
it also makes you a professional, because you writing cannot be done just like that. Writing,
Hmm.
you need to do a lot of research.
Yes.
So when you're doing a lot of research in the subjects that you want to write,
Right.
it empowers you with
Absolutely.
so much of knowledge that you can really talk as an authority in the market.
Absolutely. See, if somebody can write in a cohesive manner the whole sequence of the book, from a problem starting, then giving the solution, and talking about the psychology, neuroscience, and a lot of, like in your book, I have seen that a lot of international examples you have given. What is the stuff over in the whole world? What is in India? What is the policy? So it definitely requires a lot of reading. And you have given everybody upon a platter, those who are parents here, those who are about to become parents, they should understand that this book is something which will tell each of them how the new education policy is, then what kind of flexibilities are being given to the students. So let's talk about some kind of in like my students are, my children are in like now 14 years, 7 years. So what do you think, like if somebody is having a teenager, a little child, or maybe like a college going student, what are the reforms which are really important for the people to understand that, so that they should, by virtue of this interview, at least be aware that what is the national education policy in India in 2020 is going to do for the students, for the parents, and how it is going to boost some, to some extent, the creativity, as Sir Ken Robinson has the talked about in the TED talk, as I showed earlier. Please go ahead.
In this, actually, the advantage for the children in the new education policy is that you can choose your stream
Hmm.
at the very early stage,
Okay.
and then the also it facilitates to identify
Hmm.
this whole scheme or the education new policy. It what they also call it as bagless
Backless.
classes or education. Bagless
Okay.
education is to experiential education. You
Hmm.
go to the school will take you to some site, which I'm
Huh?
trying to say is a core school. So
Okay.
you go to the core school if you're
Hmm.
interested in certain, say, sports activities, or you're interested in science activities.
Hmm.
So the early stage itself, in the
Early
secondary
means how early?
secondary from the ninth standard onwards, you can
Right
choose.
now it is 11th standard.
Now you can choose ninth standard.
Okay, so 2 years ago. Okay, my
Yeah.
daughter is in ninth standard right now.
Now you
So
choose.
she's thinking right now what to do: science, arts, commerce. And now you are saying that in ninth standard, when the
You
policy is implemented, she can choose the subject.
She can choose the subjects, and then she
Okay.
can pursue it.
Hmm.
And then it becomes like, optionals, like when we say like science,
Hmm.
or when you say arts,
Hmm.
theater.
Hmm.
So she can have so many streams in this
Okay.
core, that what
Hmm.
I'm suggesting also the core schooling.
Hmm.
If she's in fine arts,
Hmm.
So there is a school of fine arts.
Okay.
So you didn't have earlier fine arts schools for children.
Hmm.
So now you go to a fine arts and learn, the fine arts. So
Hmm.
by the time you're 20,
Hmm.
you're already, mastered a lot of things. But now what
Okay.
you're doing is you finish your graduation. Every graduation is very general,
Hmm.
and today's graduation does not provide anybody any jobs. It does not specialize you to for any jobs unless you're doing, a post graduation or higher education.
Very true, very true, very true. Because people after graduation are struggling what to do next because this is not sufficient, right?
And they're not aware also.
Good, good, good. Amazing, amazing. So we are readers, listeners, we are getting really very, very amazing insights from Sampath about his personal breakthroughs, about what kind of education policy is there, and how he's using the book as a marketing tool for building his brand and authority. So if you are someone who is some expert, some coach, consultant, trainer, speaker, or any other kind of professional who's really looking forward to gain clients, because Sampath is saying that he is able to talk to international organizations as of now, so definitely book is a booster for all these things. So Sampath, let me ask you one quick question. If somebody is like thinking about writing a book, publishing a book, hitting it bestseller, and he's struggling as to what to do now, so in terms of, you have gone through my course model, Author Freedom Hub, we have like it, I don't do only merely a transaction, I make a connection, because once a person buys a course, he's not bought the course only, he has got into a trap, I would say. The trap is he will be finishing the book, he'll be publishing the book, and he'll be if he does the work, he will be even hit the bestseller. So what do you recommend to those people who are thinking of writing a book, or just not going ahead for any kind of activities because they are struggling, thinking that publishing is hard and launching is hard? So tell now, speak to that set of audience, what should they do?
I've openly tell that you should join Author Freedom Hub because the community that it's being developed
Mm-hmm.
is a fantastic community. It's an open community. Everybody can discuss. Everybody can, help each other
Mm-hmm.
in promoting them. Not only the coach
Right.
or Mr. Som Batla,
Mm-hmm.
but every individual can coach and help out. So like now I've experienced, I have a little bit of experience, so I can independently tell them
Mm-hmm.
that in the community, so you built up a good community to interact each other and to learn. And the new set of publicathon that you have is that people are really now as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier we were individuals
Right.
uh, trying to support each other and
Right.
can see the community, that the way they interact, but
Right.
now as a team they are interacting. So
Yes.
as a team, they want to succeed. As a team, it's now a team of 10. So
Yes.
either the team 10 wins it or the team 10 is lagging behind.
It has
So
become a game now, right?
it's a fantastic, opening by you and your thought that you
Mm.
could, build up such kind of, and most important I can see is that every weekly meeting of yours, I will also tell openly now, I'm trying to tell everyone who are about 1,000 people or I don't know how many
Yeah.
members,
1100
they
right
must
now.
they must all come every week, because every week there is something additional new learning in the week. If they think that I've published and then I'm done with it, and when I publish the next book then I'll maybe again get active in that, it doesn't work like that. The
Yes.
community is very good, and every week is a learning process. Even
Right.
today, every week when I attend, I learn something new.
Yes.
And that is a fantastic, I think, weekly meetings that you got.
Absolutely. So those who are not aware, like what this publithon is, it's a publishing marathon. Because see, I started with the online courses, but later on I realized that even if people buy the courses, it's like 6, 7,000 rupees they invested. They said, okay, I'm not doing anything. They keep it in the shelf and not do anything. Now I have created this publishing marathon where people join in, and they are, when the motivation is at total high, they start to take action. And I am privileged to have people like Sampath Daniel, because he's a senior person, but still I mean, he's one of the first members, one of the initial members he joined, but he's consistently coming to WICC weekly inner circle coaching session, and he's learning a lot. So that is a privilege for me to have people like you. And every community is nothing but a combination of people, and people like you build the communities. And I'm privileged to have people like you. So thank you so much, Sampath. And we are now towards little bit closing towards the interview because it's going very well. And let me ask you couple of things, a few more things. Uh, you already talk about your book, you talked about breakthrough transformations. Now let me ask you, if somebody like has children like this age, what exactly your book is out, and who are the real target audience who should be putting their hands on this book? Who are the people who are targeting that if they are reading this book, they would be definitely getting some nuggets, and who and for whom this book will be useful?
My whole the books that I'm going to publish is all on reforming education
Mm-hmm.
in the world, and I'm in touch now with many countries in the world.
Okay, which countries?
UK, Spain,
Mm.
most of the European countries,
Okay.
America,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm in touch with India,
Mm-hmm.
and then in some African countries are there.
Wow.
I'm in touch with all of these countries,
Mm-hmm.
but then it will, I know it will take time, because there are many policies which are completely under the control of the politicians, and
Right.
then, reforms will take one generation of students, which can
Mm.
actually make a difference.
Yes.
So the reforms will take time, but
Right.
then my book is, as I said, it's mostly for the government.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the governments will be reading these my books, and
Mm.
and the teachers and the policymakers.
Yes. Can you please show the book once more to the everybody so that they
Sure,
could at
sure.
least have a look at it? I like the cover very much. The blue cover and the children going to school. We are all in it. Absolutely, we are all in it because everybody has kids, and there are kids who are looking at this. So wonderful. So great mission you are at, Sampath, and I totally appreciate you doing it. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed this author transformation series, and if you are someone who wants to have a look at this book, I recommend going through this book because it has very good value nuggets and you will learn a lot of new stuff. Or please, you can buy the book by the clicking on the link below the show notes in this video at the YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're watching. And if you are someone who are willing to boost your brand by writing a book, or if you're someone who is willing to write a book for making your freedom, fulfillment, whatever is the purpose of writing you have, I invite you to join my community called Author Freedom Hub, and the link is below this video. You can look at the free training, pre-recorded training. You can watch the live interview, live webinar, which I conduct on a couple of times. So you can come there, and I would love to have you in the community. And I promise you that once you join in, the experience will be the same as Sampath is having, as he shared with all of you. So thank you so much, everybody. And one last thing, Sampath, I want to ask you. I told about your book. I told about the link. Everything will be posted down. One parting piece of advice which you want to give to the listeners today, what will that be?
My parting words or advice to the listeners is that you everybody must write a book
Ah,
in whatever field you are in,
right.
because that will give it is like spreading the knowledge.
Hmm.
Once you write a book,
Hmm.
it has got some many focused areas to improve.
Absolutely.
So it helps in people, and I want people to join my own community of reformers. we
Yeah.
call it we call education reformers,
Wonderful.
and my site is www.sampathDaniel.com, and
Wonderful.
you can have a look at it, and then it explains to everyone what we want to really empower people to educate, change the education in poor countries where the economy is so low, and if you see the poverty in these countries is so bad
Hmm.
that the life of a child is miserable.
Absolutely, yes.
So by only education can change the entire economy of a country.
Absolutely. As James Clear starts his book by saying that before writing a book, to write a book, one has to become the book. So book is something which brings transformation in yourself. So everybody has a book inside. It is only because of some reasons that you're not getting that book out. So I invite all of you to follow Sampath's advice of writing a book. So thank you so much, everybody. And thank you so much, Sampath, for being here. It was really, really wonderful having you on this show. And I loved it. I loved listening to you. And thank you so much, everybody, for watching this session. And if you like this session, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment below the session that what did you learn specifically, and yes, share with the people, as many people as you can, because this information is something which can trigger the reformation, trigger the change, because there is only one thing constant in the life, and that is called change. Become the change maker. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.